The Confederation of British Industry says businesses in London should be cautiously optimistic about trading conditions in the year ahead. The CBI says growth is expected to pick up, but that optimism is it reflected at the sharp end of commerce? Alice Bandakravi has been finding out.
A little bit more rain on Saturday, but we should see some sunshine on Sunday.
Predicting the weather is a bit like predicting the economy. Despite all the scientific data, sometimes the unpredictable can happen. But businesses all over London are looking ahead to the next 12 months to find out what's in store for them. So what's the forecast?
Uncertain for the next quarter and picking up as the year goes on. There are some clouds. The clouds are higher rail fares, higher VAT, public spending cuts. But there are some potential sunny spells as well, and these are things like areas of professional services that London's very strong in. Things like management consultancy are booming at the moment, and parts of law and accountancy are also recovering.
You've got power and data coming underneath, so anybody sitting there can plug in their laptop.
And business seems to be booming too for this construction company after 2 very tough years.
And this should be our best year so far, and we think 2012 could be better still. So for us, it's a good news story after 2 years of real hard slog.
So you think you're through the worst?
We think we're through the worst, subject to how the economy unfolds.
For the business organisation, the CBI, the economic climate in London is likely to get a little bit milder.
The overall picture for 2011 is one of what we would describe as cautious optimism. Now, in the first few months, there are some headwinds, particularly the increase in VAT, and inflation is still running above the Bank of England's target, which is clearly going to bite on consumer spending. But then over the rest of the year, we expect to see growth pick up to a more solid level.
This Japanese restaurant in Barking opened 5 months ago. Business has been harder than expected, and the owner's lowered his forecast numbers by 20%. But nevertheless, he's optimistic and sees plenty of potential for the future.
The whole area is on the up, and there are more and more plans for the next 2 or 3 years of developing much more of the town centre. So it can only get better.
But if the economic forecasters are to be believed, the first 3 months may well see it get worse for London businesses, and then the sun should come out. Alice Bandakravi, BBC London News.
Sport now with Mark Bright, and we have a